What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, we vibing now. You know how we always doing this thing, man. We got another show today. Shout out to our 3-show-a-week type vibe. Technically 3.5 if you consider Banter Tuesdays, but either way, keeping the content flowing, man. Keeping the conversation rolling. We're going to have a guest join us today, man, by Zach Gentry, man. I'm excited to hear from him, the young tight end out of Michigan. His third season with us now, man. So it's going to be fun to hear from him as well with his expanded role this season.
Yeah, you've been liking what you're saying from him,
I have, man. I'm not going to lie, man. In terms of his blocking ability, man, he's definitely been doing his part right there, man. Big reason why he's been on the field from my perspective as well, man. So it's going to be fun to have that convo with him, though.
Had a nice catch last week against the Packers.
He did. He definitely did, man.
So, yeah, I got nothing against him. I just want Freiermuth to be getting the ball more.
Oh, no. Freiermuth is the passing option.
On the field more, too.
But Gentry is the block. Remember we told you, Spaeth to Heath. You know what I mean? Like, that's different.
And I checked his snap counts. It's a little bit less than I thought or exaggerated to be. It's like 20% less than
tops,
that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's just that I'm so jarred whenever I see him out there. I'm like, where's Freiermuth at? Or even Ebron.
But the thing, though, with it, though, that's also a testament to how much we do not run the ball either. Because he's the guy that we put in pretty much on every single running play. And you can see how small his numbers are. It's like, man. But when you're out there, I like what I see. So we do need to increase that. I don't need to see Ebron out there acting like he gonna run block for me. I'm good. You run routes. But yeah, man.
But yeah, we're gonna just do some check-ins to start off.
Yeah, man. You know that's how we do it, man. So check it out. The way we'll start the day off like we always do. We'll hit our fan check-in. Then after that, man, we'll talk a little injury report, man. Get some updates and stuff like that. So with that being said, let us know where you are tuning in from, and we will get that shout out going. And I see the people are shouting out my shirt. Yes, I told y'all last night, man. I'm a Halloween guy. It's spooky season 100%. So Nick Y, shout out to the shirt. I appreciate you. Yes, I do. Susanna Pacheca, thank you as well, man. You know I got. You know,
what is that?
Little.
Yeah, I got you.
We're going on here, little Freddy, little Jason.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's like
I've never seen any of those movies, but I know those are like iconic Halloween characters.
Are you not a scary movie guy?
I've gotten into them a lot more recently.
Okay.
I haven't really gone backwards though. Like I've seen some of the newer ones that came out, like Hereditary.
Mm-hmm.
That was that's not like a Halloween type of thing. That's like that movie's horrific though.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's twisted.
Yeah, there's that one. He came out with another one a year later. It was out in the light. What was it called? Midsummer.
Yeah, that was good too, man.
Bro,
that was good.
Those were crazy.
That was good.
I've seen Get Out. Like
those aren't technically like horror, but those are like psychological, like thriller almost, because of how you got to follow it so nuanced, and then it's the big surprise at the end. So yeah,
I think Hereditary was the most disturbing movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yes, I would definitely agree.
I've never seen like Conjuring though, or those movies. Those are
like horror. Those
yeah. I don't want to mess with that. I would watch it though. It would be like going back for me though, because that was like in high school.
Well,
I remember my friends were really into that stuff.
They just dropped a new one though. They got a new one dropping.
Bro, that's the thing. I feel like I have to go back and watch the first one.
But that's the thing, you don't though. Every movie is exclusive to its own, man.
I probably don't.
Yeah. I'm
good on that.
It sounds like you don't really dig scary movies, bro. It's cool. That boy Dick was like, I don't want to go back. I'm good.
Conjuring, I think that might just be a different movie. I'm telling you, Hereditary though, man.
Dick said I'm cool on that, man.
You know what though? I did. I seen The Sixth Sense, but I don't know. I didn't.
Yeah.
That's jumpy at points.
Right. That's more suspense than horror though, man. That's funny as heck, bro. Now you do need to watch the Conjuring though, man. That's a good movie. 1, 2. Like I said, they got a new one coming out. The Annabelle movies, all like is dope because it actually has like a based on a true story vibe to it, which is accurate. I mean, you're actually able to go back and like Google and research and find out this stuff, and it's pretty cool, man. I don't know, I'm just into that type of stuff, but that's what I do, man. It's Halloween season, so let's get the check-in going. And I did see someone ask where my shirt was from. I don't even know if the store is still there anymore. It's called Spencer's. You remember Spencer's? Like, used to be in the mall. It's kind of like Hot Topic, but yeah, it was called Spencer's. Yeah, it was like the less edgier version of Hot Topic. It might still be in the store. I don't know. But yeah, this shirt is like, oh man. But I was like, how it looks on me, man. And I still fit it. Shout out to moi right there. But anywho, where we checking in from? Oh,
we got Nick Y. He's always tuning in.
Shout out to Nick
Tulsa,
Y.
Oklahoma.
Got to show love to Tulsa, Oklahoma, baby. Yes, indeed.
People are
yes,
giving
indeed.
movie suggestions. The
I
Shining.
know. That's why I started.
Exorcist.
Bro, The Shining is a dope movie. My son loves The Shining, by the way. His whole here's Johnny. Like, man, if we go see Little Man before we leave today, he's like, yo, here's Johnny. Here's Johnny. Like, he gets hype about it, bro. That's his thing, man. Yeah, that's his thing, bro.
You know where I know that more from is Wiz Khalifa songs.
I can see that.
Because Johnny, isn't that a producer, Johnny Giuliano or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
He does that on all those beats.
Yep.
So whenever I've gotten more familiar with these scary movies or horror movies, and I heard that was the Shining thing, then I was like, oh, that's where it came from. He just ripped that sample off it. But
it's just a dope vibe, though.
Whenever I hear that, I think like a Wiz Khalifa beat's about to come in.
Man, I feel like we're gonna need to have like a horror movie night, horror movie rampage, just marathon one time for you, man, so you can get your soul where it needs to be. You're not scared enough when you go to the bathroom at night for my liking just yet. All right, you watch some of these movies every once in a while. I ain't gonna lie, once in a while I be in here like, dude, am I tripping? What is that? Okay, I'm gonna just turn the light on. I'm not scared. I just want to see better. You know, it's like that sometimes, man.
Yeah, bro. I'm in a good space right now. I'm good.
I could dig it, man. I could dig it. All right, though. But back to the fan checking, because that's what we are about to do. This fan checking. I know we've been kind of all over the place. It's the shirt, man. It's Halloween season. This is what we do on Halloween days, man. But anywho, we got Jared21 tuning in from the 602. I do not know where that is, but it sounds pretty freaking awesome. We also got RG tuning in from Mars, Colorado. Anything that deals with Mars, you know I'm always for you there. 303 is though where he is tuning in from the 303. We also got Alex Papa Michael tuning in from the 561 Boca Raton, Florida in the building. And we can't forget Jay Gray, Statesville, North Kakalaki. What you looking at?
I gotta read this one. Night Rider. This is a great comment. He says, "Want to scare Deke? Just tell him Ben announced retirement."
That'd be a nightmare for you, bro.
That's a good one,
dude.
That's a good comment.
Seeing your face on Sunday, man, like what you was going through, I could see that being like a horror movie for you. Like
I was down bad,
man. That's one of them slow burn. Just, whew, yeah.
Well, you'll see it in the vlog, dude. I mean, you'll see like first half mood, vibes.
No. First half, opening touchdown.
Well, we got the kick return.
Yeah,
we got the kick return even. So there was like some good. Devin Bush had the sack. Absolutely. There were good moments we got on film, but then it's just second half they were few and far between.
The camera just stopped working in the second half for some reason. I just don't know what happened. The camera, it showed up and then it just disappeared. I was like, dang, Deke, I thought we had this thing we do where we like record reactions, but all right, you know what? I'm gonna just sit here with my hands in my pocket. It was cool though, but I knew you was going through it, bro.
It was tough.
I knew he was going through it, man.
Yeah. Good comment. Shout out to Knight Rider for that one.
No doubt, man.
Miles Harrington, Lawrenceville, Georgia.
Shout out to Lawrenceville, man.
Always tuning in,
man.
Wesley tuning in from Harrisburg. Manuel Molina. He's saying Phoenix, and he's from California.
Yeah.
He's saying,
but he always holds down
Phoenix. He might be shouting out someone else in the chat that's from Phoenix. That might be what it is.
That's got to be it then, man. We also got Trina Still Diva 5 tuning in from Stone Mountain, Georgia, the 404 by way of Trenton, New Jersey, the 609, and she says, aloha to my peeps in Hawaii, the 808. You know Trina Still Diva 5 got to come here and rep it like she always reps. So shout out to you for being here. We always appreciate you. Can't forget Leah Warren also in the building, tuning in from the 254 Killeen, Texas. Yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed. We also got AJ Martinez tuning in from the 505 New Mexico. And that is where Gentry is from. Zach Gentry is from Albuquerque, New Mexico. So shout out to the New Mexico folks in here. Like I said, man, Zach Gentry will be joining us at about 3:30 time frame on the show, man. So it's gonna be fun to hear from him, man. Chop it up with him for a little bit, talk about that expanded role that he's getting a chance to experience this season, man. And we can't forget about Mike Matizik, the 201 Bergenfield, New Jersey.
I'll do a few more.
Why not?
DeLorean Waters, 419. E Frizz, the 904.
Shout out to E. In fact, E Frizz, man. No. The reason I remember E Frizz's name, he hit me up on IG. Okay. Tropical Smoothie Thursday. In fact, E Frizzy won one. That's what I was doing on my phone before we started up. I was dropping those $5 off for the Tropical Smoothie Thursdays for my IG crowd, right? I told you, man, you follow on both. It's different perks, different type of giveaways. On every Thursday on the IG, We do Tropical Smoothie Thursdays. $5 Venmo, drop it. I pick 10 people. That's how we do. Tropical Smoothie on the board. That's how we on, man. And E Frizzy, he definitely pulled up and was like, yo, I'm from the YouTube crowd. So shout out to you, E Frizzy. Absolutely.
Zeke Shazier, always tuning in from London.
Can't forget Zeke. Absolutely.
Nah. Adrian Hernandez, Portland, Oregon. Kenneth Beamer, 304, Harpers Ferry, West Virginia.
He
says Halloween is also my Halloween is my favorite, also my birthday.
Oh, sweet. All right.
I thought he was saying Halloween is my favorite birthday. So I was
wait a minute now. Hold on.
But there you go. This year it is,
man. And we also got Caleb Cole tuning in from the Air Force Plant 4. So shout out to Air Force Plant 4, man. We appreciate your service as well.
100%.
Yeah, man. But this is dope, man. This is a vibe, man. Oh, and this is a newie right here. Whoa. Sam Fasa Manu. Now, Sam Fasa Manu, I remember seeing this name, I believe it was last night. But says, hey, New Zealand and Samoa in the house.
Awesome.
Shout out to that right there, man. I like it, man. Absolutely. Still Nation 412. I hear you already throwing your bomb squad for Deontay Wilder. We actually were replaying the press conference in here. Whoo, I'm excited about that fight. I tell you that, man. I can't wait to see that one. It's going to be a good one. And I appreciate the compliments for the hat on the Crucial Catch, man. Absolutely, man. Gotta get the Crucial Catch, man. Plenty of people out here dealing with stuff, Hey, man, screening. Get out there, man. Get that preemptive screening so that way you can get ahead of it and give yourself a chance, baby. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So with that being said, man, let's hop into this first thing, right? Because like I said, we got some time before my man Gentry get on the hotline with us, man. But first, man, we got to talk about, the injury report, right? I said I was gonna go and I was gonna do some digging. I was gonna make some phone calls and see what I could get for you. All right?
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I went and called a couple people, made some calls, got what I needed to get. All right. So in terms of Cam Sutton, we do think that he has a better chance of playing this week compared to him and Dotson, right? He does have a legit chance. We do think that Keith Butler was a little bit of the exaggeratory, stance when he was referring to Cam and, how he's, I got to let other guys get some other looks and stuff like that to see what we have there. That potentially isn't as bad as it sounded. Now, Kevin Dotson, that's not looking good right now. It's not looking good for this weekend.
Multi-week?
We don't, not multi-week, but not looking good for this weekend.
Okay.
So that's definitely on those two fronts right there. Now we know in about an hour we will get the updated practice report to see if maybe one of them dudes hit the fountain of youth, right? And things like that. But with Kevin Dotson is not as optimistic or promising right now. In terms of Anthony McFarland, very optimistic. Think of him on the
playing this game.
Not this game. Think next week though. Think the Banner track, right? Banner came back last week. A lot of the signs, because he's on my list as well, are pointing to him potentially getting that opportunity this weekend. Okay.
You mentioned the Banner track.
Mm-hmm.
So that would mean Banner this week.
Yeah, it's looking like that would be the case.
Really?
It's looking like it. That, from what I'm hearing, it's looking like that's the case, man. Well,
eligible rule again?
So this is the thing. They didn't give me that.
Okay.
They didn't. But I will say this, though. They alluded to he has the new contract for a reason. He beat out Chooks last year for a reason. And if he is completely healthy, and obviously the rest of this practice week will show that, but if that is the case, they do think that he would just get that opportunity to get back into the lineup from the people I talked to. So, yeah.
Any word on Chooks then to left tackle?
Nothing on
Chooks
that right
playing
now.
Even.
Nothing on that right now.
Really?
Man. Nothing on that right now. Yeah. And also got Tuitt news as well. Definitely not looking good. So with the Tuitt news, right? We obviously know he's doing the grieving thing and stuff like that. We knew he had the knee injury. Apparently he had surgery as well.
Oh, wow.
Yes, he had surgery also at the beginning of the season. It was like right after week 1, right after that first game. So that's also a part of this. And that's why we haven't heard pretty much anything about him in terms of when he could potentially be coming back or not this season. Yes. So very, very
no timeline on the surgery recovery.
Exactly. It's just
there's none of that.
Mum's the word around to it right now.
Wow.
So we know we don't feel really confident about when it's mum, especially in those circles.
So the Geno Atkins move should be a realistic possibility.
That could definitely be a realistic possibility.
We need someone on the inside.
Yes.
I just think we need an extra guy at least.
I would agree, man. I would agree because when you talk about Tua, we know what he brings to the table when he's out there. But now when you don't have Tyson and you're looking at potentially not having Tua for at least a couple more weeks.
Maybe the whole season. I
Like
mean,
that-
the way you're talking.
Well, that was how they tried to put it to me. I just didn't want to go there with it. I'm a little more optimistic about my man, but yeah.
That sucks.
Right. Because he's the one. I'm like, he comes back. That changes a ton. You know what I mean?
It
Because
definitely
he's
helps
that
the
type of
defense.
player. He's that type of impact player. But right now, it's not looking anywhere good in terms of the short term him returning right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who else we got? Claypool.
So didn't get an update on Claypool. Didn't get one on Claypool.
find
but
one
we'll
on
see
the
with him in
report.
practice today.
Nothing
Absolutely.
on Juju then either?
Yeah, correct. Nothing was on Juju. For Claypool and Juju, essentially what I was told was we're going to see what them looking like today in practice and tomorrow in practice. So,
Okay.
Yeah, but that was my update. And I didn't get one on Cam Hayward either, man.
TJ?
No,
Heisman?
he's from what? Now, obviously, we know they're not complete 100% healthy, but nothing of significance, and that's why they weren't listed on the injury
Okay.
report. Yeah,
Good. Hey, man.
it was like just
Highsmith
your
then.
normal
Good.
bumps and bruises type stuff, and that's how they left it. So, yeah.
Then I think that's it in terms of injury report.
Yeah, I was like, man, so we're good. We'll see. Obviously, like I said, with today's practice, we should be getting, because they'll be wrapping up within, I mean, they actually probably just wrapped up, and we'll get that report within probably an hour. So, yeah, man, but that's where we're at right now, man. So, it's going to be interesting, though, man. I'm excited, though. I'm excited, man. I'm excited, bro.
I guess good news for Cam Sutton.
Yeah.
A little bummed out about the Dotson news.
Yeah.
Um,
But good on the TJ and Highsmith front, though, because
yeah, bummed about
we
the
talk
Tuitt
about
news, too.
this matchup. If TJ and Highsmith
Oh, yeah.
are in there, or just in the ballpark of where they can be, they should feast. They should have a really good outing on Sunday, man. Just because we know with this Broncos offensive line right now, whether it's injuries, whatever you want to call it, it's just I personally don't think they're as good as, the record is showing right now.
No, I'm with you 100%. Yeah, we laid that out yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do we have anything else on the injury report?
Yeah, man, that's it for right now, man. That's it for right now. But I'm excited about that, though, because like I said, man, promising in some avenues, right? When we talk Cam Sutton, that's promising. Now, I had to find out some info about the, young Trey Norwood, man, versus Arthur Marlette. Not a done deal just yet, but Arthur Marlette just playing so good that's why we haven't seen any Norwood.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah,
That
so,
goes hand in hand with
right.
our speculation.
But it's not locked in, though. It's not one of those things where, hey, Marlette can have a bad game and we don't anticipate any changes. It's still very much fluid. But right now, Marlette's been the hotter guy, and he's been producing consistently, especially in the running game right now, man. So, yeah.
Did you ask them what the hell they were doing about the Stephon Gilmore situation?
I ain't want to get in trouble, man.
CJ Henderson?
Listen, I ain't want to get in trouble. All right. I asked what I need to ask, and after that, I chill out, man. All right.
In relation to that, though, did you ask him about any potential moves? Like, are they open to things?
I did not. I was really focused on the injuries.
Okay.
That was like my thing. It was like injuries and then Marlette. I need to know.
You didn't want to go too far either?
Well, because sometimes you're like, man, if I keep asking, then they be like, yo, all right, what you trying to do here, man? All right. You ask too many daggone questions. Chill out. You got to be like covert. You got to have like a conversation and just, all right, man, what about that person though, man? What'd you think? Was it as bad as you thought it was? Nah, not for real though, right? I mean, I know what they said publicly. It was really like that. So, yeah.
Okay.
Right. But that's why I was like, I ain't trying to go too far in there because then, I get in trouble. I don't want to do that. Yeah.
No, I definitely don't blame you.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Well, we got a couple super chats here.
Oh, yeah, we do. Oh,
If we want to hit these super chats real quick.
Well, shout out to the supers in the building, man. I see you. Let's go, UW. Let's go, UW, saying afternoon from Detroit. Ready to watch the Penguins. Yes, the Pens did start their the preseason at least. Their first game was last week, I want to say.
I've seen them a couple times on TV.
Yeah. Their season has started in terms of the preseason. So yeah, man, I like it, man. We watch Pens because Pens win. We said we watch the teams that win. That's why we don't really talk about the Pirates that much. Pens, they get a little love. All right, and then we also have Jaron Dockery tuning in from Visalia, California, the 559, hour north of Peasy's hometown of Bakersfield, California. Absolutely. And Visalia, California is where my father-in-law lives as well. So double shout out or triple shout out to Visalia, California for that.
I'm seeing a lot of people talking about the Wilder Fury fight.
Bro.
You have any takes on it? I know because you're big into boxing and fighting.
I love the fighting game, man. Like, I think it's going to be a good fight. I do. I like how Deontay has, he's motivated even more so, right? He's extra upset and all this other stuff. And it's going to be cool seeing him coming after his first defeat. Like, real defeat. Not a draw, not a speculative defeat, but no, like, you got beat. No excuses. Changed his cornerman. Remember, he fired this guy right after the fight since he threw the towel in. So now, I'm like, man, I personally think that it's going to be a good fight back and forth. I ultimately have Fury winning it, though, man. I just think he's the better boxer. I don't think he's going to allow himself to get hit by those Deontay Wilder bombs. I mean, that's the thing, right? Because Deontay, I mean, even in the first fight, Deontay was getting beat up the whole fight, and he just hit him with 2 bombs in the 12th, and that changed the fight. And ultimately, we saw a man come back from the dead. He's the second guy to do that. Jesus was the first one. I wasn't there, but that's what they say. So Fury was the guy that I saw. It was crazy, man, but he rose. We saw him. And from there, he got the draw, but then came out and got the big win the next fight. So for me, man, I just think Fury's toughness, I think his footwork, and just overall his boxing skill, his ability to jab and move. Yeah, I think he's going to win again, man.
Do you think the Wilder suit excuse is valid or no? From the second fight.
Excuse. It's an excuse. It's like, that suit ain't nothing to do with that, man.
What I mean, does that help him a little bit, at least into this fight?
I personally don't.
Not having the suit or whatever, just knowing that at least.
Don't. I think it's just a mental thing that he used as a crutch.
I mean, it was pretty soft. It was pretty soft.
Exactly. So if you going into this fight and that's the leg you want to stand on for your confidence, it's like, bruh, come on now.
What's funny too is like, bro, you're the one that put this whole suit, this whole entrance together.
Exactly. So you ain't tried to suit on beforehand. You ain't think that, hey, this might be a little heavy on fight day. That's all I'm saying, bro.
It was over the top, too. Exactly. I mean, have you ever seen anything like that? You're way more into boxing than me.
I've seen it. You know when I saw it? It was in Rocky 1. No, it was in Rocky 2 when Apollo Creed came out to fight. Oh, no, that was actually Rocky 4. It would have been 4. When Apollo Creed comes out to fight the Russian dude, Ivan Draco, right? And literally, he comes out with the big, living in America. It's like this big old celebration, come in, star, dressed up suit and stuff like that. But then at the end of the day, we know what it ended. You know, it ended with him getting beat. So yeah,
that was.
I had a call coming in. I had to figure. I was like, yo, hold on, is this the man right here? I was like, maybe a little early right here. So yeah, now we're good. But that was a good movie though.
You're gonna be pissed at me.
You ain't see it either. I know you ain't see it, man.
I haven't seen any of the Rockies.
Bro, you're not a movie guy. I could dig it, man.
Yeah, not the biggest one.
I could dig it, man.
Yeah. Certain ones I'll see and I'll speak because I like movies. I'm not that critical of movies I see. I watch it, I like it for the most part. I can't even think of one that I probably had like just afterwards so disgusted with, like just riffing on. Because I don't know, movies they're all like professionally, like just to be able to make one, like tell a story in some fashion. I'm just always like impressed with that. You know what one actually, this one might be a little controversial that I actually like had to shut off 10 minutes in, 15 minutes in, Memento.
Ooh.
A lot of people love that movie though.
That's old school
That's
there.
Probably the only one that I can recall where I'm just like, this movie's trash, shut this off.
Dang. Yeah, I don't even remember Memento like that. I mean, it was straight. I ain't seen that movie in like 15 years, bro. It's like Memento, like, Lord, that's the movie you bring up.
I know, but it has like the highest ratings of all time.
Because I remember it was a good movie. It was a good movie. I just don't remember it like that, but it was a good movie, though.
It was a tough start because you just don't know what the hell's going on. Like,
see, I kind of like those movies, though. I like when it's like not clear cut. You got to like sit there and really be locked in, man. Those are my type of vibes right there. Mm-mm.
Well, we got some time between now and the Gentry interview.
Oh, no, I wanted to talk some more, man. I had a person bring up, man, in terms of playing defense when you have a subpar offense, like just talking about that, right? How difficult that could be and stuff. As I take down this injury report, because we're not talking injuries anymore. Nobody's hurt anymore.
That was brought up in the chat.
Yeah, it was in the chat.
Well, yeah. If anyone has other questions, we got some time to spare before this interview. We wanted to kind of leave it up to you guys with some of these topics.
No, absolutely,
it's in between time, so you can start off with that, though.
Because usually it's a Galaxy Travelers convo, but it's not on a Friday, so that's why we did a Galaxy Travel y'all today, all right? But organically, we'll let that thing happen. But in terms of, when you are on that defense and that offense isn't, capable of having crazy offensive outbursts or have a ton of success and consistency. I mean, it's very difficult because, going in, the margin of error is extremely small. I mean, not even talking collegiately or high school, but even in the pros, like, yeah, we've had games where you're walking in the stadium and they let you know very clearly, y'all have to, number one, not allow more than 3 points, but number two, y'all going to have to score today on defense. Like, I've had those conversations and you're just like, all right, we're going to figure it out. We'll make a way, you know, and it can get frustrating. Without a doubt, it can get frustrating, especially when you lose a game and it's because you had like a pick six. So you're like, bruh, you know what I mean? And no, I'm not talking about Pittsburgh. I know people go, oh man, you talking six. I'm not talking about that at all. All right. But it does get frustrating when you're just like, man, we're balling out. We lost a game because of a pick six right here. Like, dude, we didn't give up anything, you know? So that part does, you know, weigh on you mentally and stuff like that. But for the majority of us at the NFL level, we kind of love that challenge because we always hear it's an offensive league. We always hear, oh man, if the offense doesn't get the opportunity, man, this isn't right. Well, throughout my 9 years, I played on some teams where we didn't really believe in the offense. We thought it was better if the defense was out there. And like I said, as a defender, man, you take that with pride because that's not always the case. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how I thought of it or how I viewed it and stuff like that from my experiences. But, yeah, it's always more fun when the offense can ball out and the defense can ball out. Then y'all just hype each other up. That's the most fun right there.
Yeah, I know for me as a fan, 2019 was pretty frustrating.
Yes, very.
It was awesome when the defense was just lights out and the offense was competent. Like whenever we'd bring in Duck for those spurts, we were able to get wins. And then we're 8-5, but you could just see it all collapse because Duck threw, 4 picks in that Bills game, and then even the Jets game. Like our defense was keeping it in it, but that's just so debilitating. It was debilitating to watch. And then Ravens game, everything just fell under right there. That was unfortunate.
It got real bad then.
Yeah, I could definitely see what you're saying. Because I think it was probably an 8 or 9 game stretch of that 2019 season where even we talked about it. Yeah. This team's playing with house money right now, and the defense is taking this as a challenge, and they're really stepping up. They're kind of carrying us through these wins, this middle stretch of the season. We get to 8-5, but then it's like the offense took a downturn. And it's not like the offense was even that amazing during our winning stretch, but for the offense to do that, defense still played pretty stout against like the Bills and the Jets. Really frustrating.
I would agree. I definitely would agree. We don't want it to go back to that either. We can't experience that right now.
No.
We're
I don't expect that.
How do you say it? We're focused on this week. We're focused on this week. I can't think about that again. Oh Lord.
No.
That was a rough one. Now, also in the chat, because we are allowing the people to, you know, dictate where we go right now.
Sure.
People were asking, where's the Big Ben 7 at, bro? They're asking, have you changed? Have you had to change a heart or something? No. Like, are you not diehard this week compared to other weeks? And they were questioning your overall loyalty and fanhood for 7 because it seems like this week we haven't really seen a lot of 7 memorabilia from you.
No. I've been talking though.
But you haven't been rocking it.
I've been representing on
It's kind of like when
podcast.
people talk about our show, right? And they're like, hey, we love your podcast, but they don't have any merch. We're like, well, do you really love us if you don't have the merch? But then you see him with the merch and we're like, oh, dude, he really loves us. It's kind of like when you talk about 7. It's different when you got the 7 hat with it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, he really loves them. Whereas right now, it's just like, you're just a Steeler fan, bro. You're not a 7 fan.
I don't rock that hat too often. It's just in different spurts. And I think even the Pro Bowl jersey last week, that was more of you saying like, bro, you got to rock a jersey. I was like, all right. Because I wasn't planning on rocking the Pro Bowl jersey.
I like that jersey.
It is a clean jersey, man. Really good, man. I was telling you, I like some of those throwback Pro Bowls.
I would agree, man.
Definitely vintage. Takes you back. But no, I know these guys are just messing with me.
All right. So you still loyal to the hat. You still loyal to 7.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I had to come in here with all the armor this week.
I just didn't know, man.
Bullets, man. I
just didn't know.
Yeah, I had to take a lot this week, man.
Okay.
It was tough. It was tough after the Packers game. I stand up here and say, listen,
hey.
We're still rolling with 7. And, everyone was kind of saying the opposite.
I mean, it's one of those things you either live long enough to see you either die a hero or you got to live long enough to see yourself become the villain, I just feel like you're a guy that can relate to that right there.
There's 3 of us.
You are sick.
Me, Batman, and 7. It's unfortunate.
I saw that picture. I said, oh, yo, you are out of control. What are you doing? Backwood in the mouth.
Oh, you never seen that picture before?
No, I've seen it, but it was just funny seeing it again. I was like, yo, that was crazy.
That was one of the pictures that I had clipped out, and it was transparent. Like there was no background. So that's the one I used. But that was from the Madden Super Bowl little victory celebration that I had.
That was funny, man. Yeah, it was pretty funny, man.
Yeah, me, Batman and Ben, we know the feeling. The city's turning on us. But we're still gonna represent. We're still gonna come
like
back at it.
It's like that sometimes,
and that's
man.
where we're at this week. And the city's gonna be saved.
That's what it is.
Yep.
Hey man, we're gonna need it though. It's at Heinz Field, so man, what better week than to do it than now, man. Uh-oh. And Mr. Yaya, I think that Mr. Yaya is just going ahead and saying that he is what you said anybody that wanted Aaron Rodgers last week was. He said, Mr. Yaya, he says Aaron A-Rod to Pitt, I'm a cuck. That's what he says, man. That's what he said.
Hey, at least he admits it.
That's what he said, man. He owns it. He owns it right now, man.
Hey, at least he admits it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Dude, this is funny. Oh, I like it. Man, I'm trying to think. Where do we want to go right here, man? Where do we go? Where do we want to go?
Well, I got a few here.
All right, what you seeing on your end? Because I'm over here scrolling through these chats, and it's like everything.
I am too. Well, someone's bringing up thoughts on Edmonds' contribution this year. I really think outside of that Randall Cobb touchdown, he's just been building on what he was doing last year. Yeah, he had some really nice plays in the secondary. I thought obviously the
interception
pick,
already.
Yeah, that was an easy one, but still.
But we can't even call him easy when we're seeing the guy that we associate easy picks with dropping easy picks right now. In terms of Minka, right? He's had like easy ones as well. So the fact that he did catch it, I'm like, yes, Edmonds, you got a pick. You caught that. Let's get it, man.
I feel like he's been doing good though.
Yeah, I would agree, man. For me personally, I think that I've always loved his tackling, right? His run support and things like that. And coverage obviously was the biggest knock on him. But I do think that he has continued to improve and impress. I mean, the fact that you're talking about interceptions right now, and Edmonds, I believe, Edmonds is the only one on this team right now with the interception. Just think about that, man. Here we are going into week 5. So for me, man, I don't know. I like his game, and I think that he just is continuing to get better. He's a hard worker, man. It sucks because he has a first round grade on him. That changes everything about him. No first round grade. If it's second round pick, third round, whatever, man, we're over here. Oh, yo, this dude right here, you got to lock him up, man. He's a beast, man. He's doing his thing. But we understand that's the circumstances that he lives with. And I don't have an issue with that because I wasn't a first round pick. So I don't have sympathy. But either way, though, I do like where he's headed, though, man. Absolutely.
We're getting a lot of Carl Joseph comments.
I know.
Everybody's asking. Carl Joseph. If you're saying they like what Arthur Millett's doing,
that's the thing right
now.
They're
probably in no rush.
Yes, they are liking what Arthur Millett is doing now. That could change, right? If Arthur comes out here and struggles this week, they've already, kind of moved past Trey Norwood by going to Millett because Trey got the first opportunity. So, yeah, it could be easily to assume that, hey, you know what? If Millett struggles, they maybe go to Carl Joseph without going back necessarily to Trey Norwood because now for Carl, he's been here for, 5 weeks now? We signed him right before week 1. Yeah, if I remember correctly. So, he's been here for a couple of weeks now. So he's definitely starting to get more acclimated and to get his feet down. But yeah. You know what? I'll find out more information about that though. I'll see what we can find out, man, in terms of Carl. But yeah, man, he is an interesting one because obviously we know he's in his career, a good player, high pedigree guy. But right now he's kind of stuck on the practice squad.
The other one I think of is Ahkello Witherspoon.
Yeah, what happened to him, bro?
Well, he's been on the active roster.
He has, but I'm talking of just being out there more though.
Yeah, no,
that's what I'm saying.
There was a little stretch in the Raiders game.
That was it. I don't remember him a ton in the Bengals.
Nope.
Definitely don't remember him a ton in the Packers game, man.
He's intriguing just because of his potential.
Yeah.
And the thing with Carl Joseph and Arthur Millett is that he fits more of the Millett mold as opposed to Trey Norwood. And it goes back to us saying, man, if they like Millett, I don't really think there's this huge rush to bring up Joseph. Now, a lot of people want Joseph in over Terrell Edmonds, though I'm seeing in the comments too.
Yeah.
But I don't want that at all.
I personally don't either.
I think that's just, I feel like that's just more Edmonds hate as opposed to really wanting Carl Joseph.
Yes, because I'm like, Edmonds has not been an issue. He's not been the issue. So, yeah, man, I like that. We also got some supers coming in here as well. Let's go UW. He says, if Yens are looking for a good college game Saturday.
He keeps pushing Wyoming.
University of Wyoming at Air Force should be a good, close game. Fair enough. You know what? I might have some time on Saturday. Now, don't have me tuning in to Wyoming versus Air Force and the boys out there getting smacked, all right? Don't have us doing that. But I got some time on Saturday. I might have to check them boys out, man, just because you always pumping them, all right?
Bro.
What you got?
Pitt has Virginia Tech this week on the road, 3:30.
Hell to Pitt. I'm just throwing it out. And I'm torn. I'm not torn. I got ties, but I'm not touring. My position coach from JMU, man, JC Price. He's actually the D-line coach up there at Tech, man. Love him, man. Changed my life. But I'm not a Tech guy at all. So hell to Pitt. I hope y'all drop 60 on him.
Listen,
I hope y'all drop actually 70 on him. Yeah.
This is the first game of a little run we have to go on here.
Mm-hmm.
Virginia Tech. Next game. This is home game. I got to get to this game. Pitt versus Clemson. At home.
That's the one.
Pitt at home again.
Is that a Thursday
Miami.
or is that a Sunday? Or Saturday, excuse me.
Yeah, these are all Saturday games.
Dope.
And the times are to be determined. So that might be like a night game or something.
Bro, I might, man, Pitt, Clemson night game. I low-key might pull up.
You might need to, dude.
I might pull up.
You might need to.
I've actually never been to a Pitt game, so I might have to pull up, man.
That's a good one. Yeah, we got some good matchups for home games because it's Clemson, then Miami the following week. But this is a serious run for Pitt right here.
Miami coming here too?
Yeah, the next week.
Dude,
This is 3 weeks in a row. Virginia Tech on the road, Clemson at home, Miami at home.
Steelers bye week in 2 weeks as well.
Yeah, the Clemson one is with the Seahawks game.
Yeah,
that's a big weekend.
All right. See, said I might have to free up my weekend. Okay. Let me go. Let me start being nice. Hey, babe, I'm gonna cook dinner and do all of the laundry this week and next week. Yes, that's the move.
UNC at home November 11th.
Bro, that's gonna be a vibe too, man.
We got some big home games.
Whew. All right. Also had another super come in here, man, as we're getting a little bit closer to time. We got about 10 minutes remaining before Zach Gentry pulls up, gets on the line with us.
Yeah.
But let's see. From Jesus Pacheco. Shout out to you, Jesus Pacheco. We always appreciate you tuning in, man. Using his free upper room chat. A 5-month member. Big time salute. But he says, Moats, I have a question for you. I already know what Deke would say. If Little Ben keeps struggling, do you think the Steelers would bench him sometime? I do think they would, but it's gonna be a lot longer than what the majority of the fan base, their patience is, if that makes sense, in the sense of fans, right? Y'all, I mean, plenty of people have already started to turn the page on 7, right? But even some of the most loyal, they will probably last for a couple of more weeks if it looks like how it did in Green Bay, right? I mean, like I say, even Deke, I've never seen Deke that down in the dumps before. I don't think I could imagine Deke doing that for 6 weeks if it was 7 doing that. Because it's different when it was Duck and Mason. It was different. If you got to watch 7 do it, I don't know. It might be real rough for my dog, right? But the team, though, the team is different because you got to think with the team, man, they've had so much success with him, and especially the coaching staff and management, right? In terms of Coach Tomlin, Kevin Colbert, and Art Rooney. Those 3 guys, I feel like it's going to take the longest to make them want to move, and turn the page on 7. So like I said, even though fans will, they'll get a little bit more tired a lot sooner with the team because of the success that they've had with him throughout almost 20 years essentially of him being here, it's not going to be an easy thing for them to just turn that page on him. So yeah, but I do think they'll do it though. If it came down, I do think they would do it though. So yeah, man.
I'm with Tom on a Colbert. It ain't happening.
No. I ain't say it wasn't happening. No. They would definitely do it. They just will wait longer than everybody else would probably like. That's the difference. Yeah.
I'll put it to you this way. I'll never say or give the okay on that decision. I'll just put it that way.
So just in all seriousness, if he said that he would play here for the rest of his life, he's never going to retire. But we know it's going to look like how it looked in Green Bay. No, this is a dead serious question. I really want to know because this will let me know if you a Ben fan or if you a Steelers fan right here, right now. So if we know 7's going to look how he's looking, and he says he wants to play here for the next 10 years, looking exactly like how he looked Green Bay. No optimism. No, it's going to get better. The Green Bay game. How long you staying with it? How long you rocking with that? I need to know. Seriously. Yeah, man. I'm so serious, man.
I just think Ben should be able to go out on his terms. That's all.
But that's what I'm saying. But what if his terms are he wants to play for 5 years?
I think he'll be reasonable, but he's not gonna.
But if he's not reasonable, you got to hey man, you got to go.
No, I just don't see that being the case.
But if it was the case, because we are seeing a couple of bad performances start to stack up, right?
Sure.
So just in terms of where it's trending, if it was continuing to trend in the direction that it has been continuing to trend in, that's what I'm saying. Like, how long? Does he get 5 years like that? That's 5 losing seasons. What are we talking about?
No, I think you got to be reasonable about it. I think he would be too.
But are you reasonable about that?
I just think he should be able to go out on his terms. That's all.
But even if his terms are, he wants to stay here as long as he can. Because I do know people that tell you, man, I will never walk away. I'll never retire. They're going to have to kick me out. I've heard that. I wasn't of that notion. I didn't want to get kicked out. I was like, bro, I'd rather walk away. I'm cool. Let me leave a little bit early than stay too long. But not everybody shares that same sentiment.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just going to support my guy. I don't think it's going to be getting worse. So there's that. And so it's just hard for me to even be like, because 5 years, that's a whole different thing. If he's balling out.
The reason I say because you always say 5 years.
Well, yeah, 4 more years, and I want him to be balling out. And
but then
if he wants to keep going, he should be able to. But yeah, I mean, if Peyton Manning, here's the thing, the whole Peyton Manning scenario. If he's like, I want to come back,
the Colts got him out of there though.
No, I'm talking about Denver, his last season in Denver.
Yeah,
you get what I mean?
You think he would have came back?
Peyton?
Yeah.
No, I don't. That's what I mean. I don't think he would. And we saw with Brett Favre too in his last season.
Yeah.
I don't think we're there with Ben. I just don't. I still think he's got enough left.
No,
in the tank.
do agree with that part. He's not to where
but that's what I'm saying. I think Ben's not.
Right.
I don't think he would be
that's what
ridiculous
I'm asking, though.
about
It's
that though.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna support my guy. That's all. I mean, if he did just keep coming out there, I mean, I'm gonna be looking back up here. We're in year 3, and he's just has all control of the franchise. And
we're like, Coach Tomlin never had a losing season until we saw this decline, and it just kept going. Yeah, just wondering, man.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I don't. I just think he should be able to go out on his terms here.
I can respect
and I think right in a reasonable way.
But you hit it. You said reasonable. That clarifies.
We're good. Yeah, I don't think he would be unreasonable about it.
Right. Because that's the thing, right? Reasonable. I mean, is it vague? Sure, but we are on the same page in terms of what reasonable is. Absolutely.
Because my thoughts are for this season is if we're still in playoff contention, mathematically in it,
that's my rule. Yeah,
he's definitely got to keep going with it.
Yeah, when you get like you said the mathematical part, that's when I start to think of things changing potentially. But as long as they're in, they got a chance. As long as they got a chance, you ride with them. At least that's how I think this team is going to operate with 7 this season, especially this season. Yeah,
and that's how I feel like it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess he didn't really want my opinion, but
I like your opinion though, man. It's always fun.
I'm just gonna support my guy. I just think he should go out on his terms. I'm not really.
But that was good to hear that from you though, in terms of we get the support part, but it was also good to hear that, hey man, within reason. We like it because sometimes we would wonder if you had reason. Like we didn't know about your rationale. You know what I mean? With a K to 7, that's all, man.
But here's my rationale, even from last game. I know everyone wants to rip on him, say it was a terrible game. So yeah, it wasn't his best game, but I still saw enough things where I'm just like, bro.
Yeah, of course.
This can turn around instantly next week, and then all the people that are writing them off, it's like you guys look like clowns right now. Oh,
and I believe this Albuquerque, New Mexico number would be Zach Gentry. So you start talking, I'm gonna answer this.
Okay, cool.
Hello, Zach.
How's everyone doing? We got Zach Gentry on the line.
Hey, can you hear me?
Arthur Moats Experience with Deke podcast.
Good.
Gonna be a good one.
So I'm about to put you on real quick and we get this thing live, all right? All right, no doubt. Okay. There we go. Always good to have, got called on time. Actually, early, man. So shout out to Zach Gentry for that. But ladies and gentlemen, we are live and Zach Gentry is on the phone right now, man. So first off, Zach, man, this is I think my first time talking to you, man. So first off, man, welcome to the Steeler family, bro. We appreciate you being here, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, but now we're good. So what I was saying was, I think it's my first time actually having a conversation with you, man. So welcome to the Steeler family, man.
Thank you. Appreciate you, man. That means a lot. And thanks for having me on.
No doubt, man. And this season, man, we've seen you have an expanded role compared to your first 2 years here, man. So just talk about how you've been adjusting to that.
Yeah, I mean, it's been great for me, to get kind of a, like you said, an expanded role in the offense. It really just had to do a lot with the fact that I've developed a lot more as a blocker since I've been here, I think. And it's kind of complemented the other tight ends. and kind of let them display some more of their route running abilities and kind of keep me inside. And it's done a lot for me and made me kind of be more of an asset for the offense this year.
Yeah, and I'm not going to lie, man. Watching you on tape this season, your blocking improvement is definitely showing up, man. I'm actually a fan of it. I like it a lot. But what I wanted to know from you, man, was what do you credit the most with your improvement, though, in that area this season?
Yeah, I mean, it's a combination of a lot of things. You know, it's first and foremost like another year that I've been able to play the tight end position. You know, I only moved to tight end like my junior year of college, and so kind of getting used to playing the tight end position, those little nuances and stuff. But I mean, Alfredo Roberts has helped me big time as a guy who played tight end at the NFL level for a long time. He's helped me with kind of like the little intricacies in the footwork game and what to do with your hands and stuff like that. And then, you know, the last couple of years, you know, Vance McDonald and guys like that were big helps as well. So there's a lot of guys to credit with that.
The Vanimal.
The Vanimal, baby. Yeah, no doubt.
Yo, so I saw you started rocking a stash last year. I've been on the trek probably these past 5-6 months rocking a stash. I started actually last year as a joke. So I want to ask you, why did you start rocking the stash? Was it just a joke?
Why did I start with the stash?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, my facial hair is pathetic.
So you were just doing it as a joke?
Oh yeah. I can't grow facial hair for anything. I have such a baby face, and so I was gonna try to grow it out as long as I could and withstand it. And I was gonna dye it jet black, but I couldn't even get there because it was so gross.
But that's hilarious because I did mine initially as a joke, but I started liking it. I was gonna say, did you like it? Like, how long did it last for you before you decided to shave it?
Well, so I did a quarantine stash, but not very many people saw it. Like, only teammates saw it on Zoom. And I was getting some heat for it last year on the Zoom calls, and you know, it's not as bad when you're not hearing it in person. And then when I started growing it up this year, I was like, okay, I got to show up to work every day, and I got to hear these dudes. And so it didn't last nearly as long. It didn't get quite to the dying stage.
Oh man!
Wait, so you didn't dye it? I actually do that. I'm not gonna lie. I put Just for Men on it whenever I shave the beard.
Wow.
Because my beard is like light brown, like I have to. It would just be too light. So that's what even makes it more ridiculous.
Yeah, I dyed it. I did the same thing. I got jet black Just for Men during the quarantine when I was just chilling, but I have like such little facial hair that it like freaking dyed my upper lip black, and so I had to scrub it.
Oh, bro, yeah, that stuff will get on my hands. Yeah, he's right.
Dude, I was sweating trying to scrub it off. So.
Yo, that is funny right there. I like that, man. I like it. On the phone right now with Zach Gentry of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Man, but Zach, wanted to ask you, man, mentally, how difficult was it for you early in your career professionally where you weren't, you know, getting this opportunity to be out here on the field and stuff like that, man? How did you get through those moments?
Yeah, I mean, it's very tough, especially, you know, coming from playing a lot in college, you know, junior and senior year, really being like a big contributor and somebody who's always touching the ball. It's tough, you know, but it's another leap up, and there's a lot of different factors to play in. And I knew that I had some growing to do, and I think that they understood that as well. But it's frustrating, you know, you're used to being the guy. But I think I also got a little taste of that in college when I moved my position. You know, came out of high school thinking I was going to be the guy right away, and you know, it's a humbling experience when you get your position changed and you're kind of getting your butt kicked because you don't know what you're doing. So you have to work through that. So my freshman, sophomore year of college were really just me trying to find a home and working through that. So I kind of got used to that a little bit, or at least I had a taste of, you know, what to expect. So I've just been happy with the way I've been able to deal with it and kind of jump over the hurdles and get to being able to where I'm able to contribute now, I guess.
Well, and sticking with your college, man, just talk about a little bit the recruiting process. How did you even end up at Michigan? I mean, because you're from Albuquerque, New Mexico, which, by the way, I've never been to, but it sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. You have to go out. This is a perfect time of year, man. It's cooling down a little bit. Yeah, the recruiting process is wild. I mean, so coming out of high school, I was for a while I was the number 2 ranked quarterback in the country on ESPN. It was me and Kyler Murray. I was committed to Texas for a couple of years in high school. As a quarterback.
Let's go.
Yeah, committed to UT, and Kyler at the same time Kyler Murray was committed to Texas A&M, so it was like the big, top-ranked quarterbacks committing to the Texas schools. But I was a big Charlie Strong guy at Texas. That was my guy. And so when I had kind of known he was on the way out, I decommitted, and that was like a couple months before signing day my senior year. So I was kind of sweating trying to figure it out because I had shut down the recruiting process for a while. But I had a lot of good opportunities, a lot of offers from schools, and it was one of those things where Coach Harbaugh had just left the 49ers, had just taken the Michigan job, and had reached out to me and asked if I was still committed to Texas. And I had actually just decommitted from Texas the day before, and I hadn't told anybody. So he flew out, and it was kind of one of those things where he was working with Kaepernick, a tall quarterback that could move a little bit. And so I figured it would be a good fit, and the rest is history there.
When did the position change happen?
I pretty quickly, because I distinctly remember a camp practice my true freshman year where it was a bootleg and there was nobody open downfield, so I took off running, made a couple nice moves, and at that point I was still probably 6'6.5", 230, 235. And so I was jogging back to the huddle, and I kind of just saw the look in Coach Harbaugh's face, like kind of squinting at me, hands on his knees. I was like, oh crap, dude, like I should have just thrown the ball away. But I think that's really when it started.
Wait, so do you look back on that being the number 2 quarterback?
I mean, I do. It's tough for me to like argue with it now, just because I'm like a little over 6'8".
Sure, right.
Like, and I've filled out well. I've done a good job of getting bigger. And my thing was too. You're playing with one quarterback on the field too, and I failed to see this before when I was a quarterback, and I was upset about it. But you play with one quarterback, you can play with 3 tight ends on the field at one time, and so I think I don't really have any resentment or anything for it, obviously now. But at the time, I was very upset.
Well, I'll tell you this, Zach. If you would have came to James Madison University, it's like one of the best schools.
You could have came to Pitt.
You could have definitely played quarterback for us. I'm just throwing it out though, okay? If you wanted to go back and do it again, you could always play quarterback at JMU.
Go to JMU?
Absolutely, man. I'm just, you missed your opportunity, man. You would have been the star there. Would have put a billboard up for you, I promise.
Dude, I would have taken that all day looking back.
Man. But we have some people in the chat, man. They've been asking this a lot because of you switching positions going at Michigan, right? So they've asked, have you ever considered changing positions at the NFL level?
Oh, no, not really. I think those are my old glory days now. Yeah, those quarterback stories will be the stories I tell my grandkids.
Well, because I was say, and I've seen them both ways. I've seen them ask about, could you play quarterback? But then I've also seen them say, could you bulk up and play O-line as well? Because of obviously the size that you have and the improvement in your blocking ability.
Yeah, I would say no to either. I just don't. I think that I still have a lot of athletic ability and like good hands. I feel like I've really worked on those aspects of my game. If a team was like, "Hey, we'll pay you this much money to bulk up," and I was like, I might think about it. But no, man. I think I've worked so hard on becoming a complete tight end and being able to do everything that it's kind of just what I'm going to do now.
Absolutely. I could dig that.
Yeah, had a clutch catch in last week's game.
Definitely did.
What are you seeing in the offense that makes you think we could kind of turn the page this week? I thought there were some silver linings. Do you think things are starting to come together?
No doubt. I think that obviously we have a few different factors or things that haven't gone our way, and I think we're starting to click in the run game. You can just see it and feel it in practice too, and even though we didn't get the result we wanted against the Packers, I think that as a collective unit, when we watch the film, there's a lot more cohesion on the line and with the running back and everything. And so I think that's definitely one of the silver linings is we played more as a unit. Everybody, managed their responsibilities better, and we got on the guys we were supposed to get on. And I think we averaged like 4 or 5 yards a carry, and so we need to just continue to do that. I think that's a big silver lining, and then just continue to get healthy as an offense and as a team.
Now, being that you were a 5th round draft pick, you know, I consider you a part of the late round crew because I was in the 6th round. So shout out to us. But talk about your NFL draft story, man. Did you expect to go higher? I mean, what was going on through your mind?
I knew when I left college that I was going to be like, they had me projected early on as like a, you know, maybe sneaking into the 3, but probably 4 or 5. And so I went right about where I expected to. I thought that when the draft was approaching, I thought I'd be a 4th round guy. And so I was one of the first picks of the 5th. But, you know, I don't really have that crazy of a draft story. I'm not a big, I definitely didn't want to have like a draft party, anything like that. So I mean, I literally just watched the draft all 3 days with my family, my mom, my dad, and my brother at my house at Albuquerque. I didn't want anybody around. I mean, I was just nervous as heck watching the TV. Like, I still remember when the Steelers called me. It was getting to that 5th round, so, you know, you start sweating a little bit. You're like, okay, you're waiting around for that phone call. I remember I was laying down on the carpet in front of the TV, just like, damn, somebody give me a call. You know, other teams, he called me and said, you know, maybe. But when I got the Pittsburgh area code call, it was awesome. I'm definitely gonna remember that for the rest of my life.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about right there, man. And yes, that is like the longest wait when you are waiting on draft day. Gosh.
Oh, it's the worst. It's the absolute worst.
Yeah, man. Now we had a couple more questions, man, before we had to let you go, man. Sure. But this one came from the chat, actually. A cat named Manuel Molina, man. He wanted to know, what's more satisfying to you, getting a pancake block or getting a 1st down reception?
Oh man, that's a good question. I mean, I think at this stage of my career, with all the work that I put into blocking, I think probably a pancake block, to be honest with you. I mean, like, I was more of a quote receiving tight end in college. I caught a lot of passes, got a lot of yards, scored some touchdowns. So it's nice, you know, it feels good to catch the ball, obviously, in the pros right now, but getting a pancake block in the NFL as a tight end, yeah, I'll probably go with that one.
All right. And then we had another one come from the chat from Richard Stone. He wanted to know, who's the hardest person you've had to block so far?
Oh man, I mean, to be honest with you, I think a lot of those guys are on our defense.
Makes sense.
TJ Watt in the pass game. Sometimes we get into a defensive front where they put Cam Hayward as a 6 technique right over at the top of the tight end, and that's a tough one.
Yes.
I mean, I think it's going to be one of the hardest challenges for me this weekend against Von Miller. I haven't gotten to play against him yet because he was hurt last year, but I think that'll be a big challenge too. But I think a lot of those guys are on our defense.
Nah, no doubt. Now, does Coach Tom, he still have you stay after practice and do that like 6 technique drill, man? I don't know if he's still doing that. He might have got, you know, a little soft in his older age, man.
No, you know what? I think that left when JD left. I think.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well,
yeah,
shout out to JD leaving then, man.
Oh, no doubt, man. That's a good guy too that helped a lot with me as well.
Question.
Like, he's a solid guy.
No question, man. Well, shoot, man. The last one we got for you, man, before we let you get up out of here, let's talk about your welcome to the NFL moment.
Oh boy. You know, one of the moments that stands out with me was I think a lot of kids were too, a big Florida fan when I was growing up, because I was at that age where I was really getting into football, and like that was the Tim Tebow.
Mm-hmm.
Florida was awesome, and so I walked into the locker room one of my first days, and you know, Pouncey's there, and Joe Hayden's there, and you know, obviously Big Ben's there, and you're like, dang, like these are dudes. You know, I don't want to make Ben feel old, but I was a quarterback growing up, and I was a second grader when he was a rookie. You know what I mean? So I grew up watching him, and I grew up watching Pounce and Hayden and stuff, and so I was in the locker room, and you know, I just went right up to all those guys and said what's up, and they were friendly. And for me, it was like, dang, man, like,
let's go.
Yeah, I was like, dude, this is incredible. And then, you know, on the field, obviously, you're not used to seeing that kind of speed. I mean, it's even a huge jump from college to pros, obviously. So those two things were definitely the welcome to the NFL for me.
I like it right
That's
there,
awesome.
man. I like it. Hey, Zach, man, we appreciate you taking some time, man, to hop on with us, man. Keep being great at everything you do, and we wish you luck this weekend, man.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on, guys.
No doubt.
I appreciate it, bro. Peace.
All righty. Shout out to Zach Gentry, man. That was fun right there, bro.
I think he should be the starter now. I'm a big fan. Like, he had great stories. That was an awesome interview, I thought.
I ain't gonna lie. I love, we do this every week too. As soon as we get done with the interview, we all extra excited. Like, you know what? I think this player is actually a lot better than I thought. That boy Deke said earlier, man, I don't know if I want him out there. Now he's like, I think this guy's a starter. I like him a lot. Now I like his role, man. And it's good to hear, man, the commitment that he has and his just overall just commitment to blocking, right? Like some guys, man, they don't want to block,
Yeah,
especially former quarterbacks.
Yeah, right.
But it was good to hear that, though, man. That was definitely good, man.
I can't believe I knew he made the position split. I didn't know he was the number 2 coming out of high school after Kyler Murray.
I knew he played quarterback.
Wild.
I didn't know he was that good at quarterback either. Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, number 2 at quarterback, though. Man.
Bro, I'd be sitting back thinking about that a lot. I think.
No, especially when you see how Kyler Murray has what he's done since then, and obviously the money you get paid as a quarterback compared to a tight end, man. But like I said, man, at least for him, man, he mentally was like, all right, I'm not gonna regret it. I can't go back and change. I can focus on what I can focus on. But man, he might need to think about that extra cheeseburger, Popeye's biscuit, man. They pay left tackles a lot more than tight ends right now, man.
Yeah. The reason you brought it up, and even people bringing it up in the chat, I saw it whenever I googled his name, the Alvin Nueva like project or kind of like
when you talk
timeline.
When you talk about the similarities, it's just like, bro, 6'8" is hard to find, and 6'8" with a frame that you could bump up to about 300. And when he said, "Yo, I feel like I'm still a good athlete," I'm like, no, that's exactly why, because you are a good athlete. You're good enough that you can actually put some pounds on and still be able to move with those guys out there. But no, man, I definitely hope that he's able to be successful and continue his progression at tight end. Yeah, because I mean, obviously, like we said, he started out, man, he was not getting a lot of opportunities, but now he's carving out a role, man. Carving out a role.
Yeah, shout out.
Absolutely,
shout out for the interview.
Man.
Shout out for the story too.
And shout out to the questions, man. We saw y'all in the chat, man. Hey, we like when y'all drop some good questions out there for us, man. Absolutely. We'll get a couple of these supers in here as well, because I did see all those before we hopped on the call, but because we hopped on the call, I was like, hey, man, we'll get to y'all in a second.
Oh, yeah, a lot were coming through.
Yeah. All righty. So I believe I'm on It's Took. It's Took using their free upper room chat right here because this is their 4th month as well, man. So shout out to them. Salute.
Where are you at?
I'm at
I got Jake Sanchez. So
you're next up. So you're good. You're next.
Yeah, I could read some of these.
All right. So I'll read this first one then. He says, hey guys, thanks for the consistent content. And question, what realistic trades or signings could the Steelers make to fill the holes they currently have?
I wish I knew more about trades right now, like who's on the market. I don't hear enough though, because usually when someone is on the trade block, I see Steeler accounts. Yeah. Well, I see Steeler accounts saying like, "Oh, they're trying to trade this guy. Should we get him?" Yeah. And it's like a receiver or something. Yeah. It's just whoever's on the trade block should the Steelers sign. So I haven't seen enough of that to know who's out on the trade block. But then the signings are the same guys we talked about in the preseason, right? Yeah. Mitchell Schwartz, Russell Okung. People are bringing up some of these new guys.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Austin.
The one dude was a former Chargers.
The former Chiefs dude. He just got signed. The center that I was talking about, Redder. Yeah, he just got signed.
Wasn't there another dude named Wagner? So like, there's.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was the other guy. Yep.
There's guys on the line that are out there.
I mean, we still talked about Gino. We brought him up earlier.
Yeah, he's the main. He's the main one for me, out of all the guys, because for offensive line, I think we should just wait to see what Banner looks like when he gets back. Because
we have a log. We're going to have a log jam at right tackle. Yeah. That's what we're going to have right now. You're going to have 3 guys who have started or are capable of starting at right tackle, and they're going to all be healthy at the same time. That's going to make it interesting in terms of how they divvy it up, but that's the case right now. So I feel like we're good at right. Who could play left? But that's the part right now.
Yeah, Geno Atkins is the one right off the top of my head. He could come in. It'd probably be cheap, but I think he would help a lot.
I agree, man. I would agree with that,
Stephon Gilmore, you asked me a day ago. That one's a no-brainer. Even the C.J. Henderson one. Yeah. C.J. Henderson one. Bro, it was two things. Two things. For C.J. Henderson, that was a 3rd-round pick, so I'm maybe not as mad about that one, but he could have been a future cornerback for us. Mm-hmm. The Stephon Gilmore, the more I look into it, the 6th-round pick was in 2023. Mm-hmm. I thought it was this year's 6th-round pick. Like, that's 2 years from now.
Exactly.
I think it was only a $5 million cap hit, too, the Panthers had to take on.
Which we absolutely had enough money to do.
Initially, it was 7, but, dude, good move for the Panthers, man.
Yep.
Bad move by us.
Absolutely. We missed on one, but it'll be all right, though.
Definitely.
We'll be all right.
We missed on 2, but
in Colbert, we trust.
It looks like the Gilmore one looks way worse than even the Henderson, because we would have had to give up a third rounder. And I don't know if they would have taken Ebro. I have no clue. So Arnold actually doesn't look like that bad of a tight end. I saw him on what was it?
The Thursday game, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
It
He was playing
game.
the Jacksonville game. He was
He
immediately
had a couple
in the
catches,
He had a couple catches. So he looked halfway decent. They needed a tight end. I guess they like what they saw from him.
He at least can catch it consistently. That's what you need sometimes, man. I ain't doing that today. I'm not doing that today. All right. We also got Jake Sanchez. Shout out to Jake Sanchez, though. All right. And Jake Sanchez says, sorry, Deke. My heart's with 7, but I'm dreaming of Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. They said it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. We saw Mr. Rogers as well. Was he a Steeler fan, though?
Yeah, he's not making the cut on the vlog, though.
Yeah, I was wondering, because I was like, he definitely pulled up. It was funny to me, though. I was going back and looking at our pictures that we took, because, my homie, he was out there snapping the pics and stuff. Hey, bro, your level of just utter non-enthusiasm when he pulled up. Man, I'm looking at the pic. You, bro, you got
Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, man, you got the drink still in, bro. We taking the picture. I'm like, yo, he don't even care about this pic right here. Everybody else is like, all right.
Oh, we were all in the Mr. Rogers pic?
Yeah. It was a couple who's in there. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, my man Deke got the drink in his, holding it with his team, just like.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah.
I do remember that one.
I was like, yo, what is Deke doing right here, bro? I love it. Let's go.
Yeah, I remember that one.
You a vibe, bro. You a vibe, man. It's like that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. You're definitely a vibe. But you know what I need to do before I forget? Because we were definitely all the way in this show. And I realized as I was looking at the logos, I was like, oh, we got a logo that's on the screen. It goes by the name of DraftKings.
Yeah.
And I was like, why do I keep seeing this logo and saying to myself, I should be talking. I should be saying something. It wasn't processing, right? Probably was too excited about the interview. But it just hit me. We supposed to pay bills. And the best way to pay the bills is to do what, Deke? We got to talk DraftKings, right? That's pretty much what we do. Because everybody knows DraftKings.
Promote the website that's paying us the bills.
That is 100%. True words have never been spoken. So shout out to DraftKings. You know they are the leaders in terms of the sportsbook game, man. They are the most reliable. They are the most secure. And that's why we like them, because they are trustworthy on top of that, man. And when you talk about smooth, reliable, #1 rated sports booking apps, we always talk about just how awesome they are, but more importantly, how we have promo codes for you. And with that promo code, it's simply Moats, MOATS. You can't forget it, all right? But with that promo code for all the first-time users, right? The first time you want to sign up, because we've all been first at something. Shoot, we had our first time together in Green Bay, for crying out loud. When you are a first-time user, though, and you use the promo code Moats, you'll receive up to $1,000 in deposit bonus money. So, layman's terms, you put $10 in, you use the promo code Moats, DraftKings puts $10 in as well just for you because you use the promo code Moats. So with that being said, use the code. Don't waste time. But Deke, I happen to know a couple of people that might have had problems with gambling.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
And you know what they did, man? They called this number right here, bro. 1-800-GAMBLER. Then they read all this stuff about crisis counseling. You know, you gotta have a crisis counselor. I feel like that's important, right? Sometimes you got gambling problems. If you got a gambling problem, call a friend. Seek help. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Refer the services. You can't go wrong. I think it's been up here enough now. So
definitely.
With that being said, man, are you ready to talk about stacking paper? All right.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You know? No, I was playing, man. I just wanted to have a smooth transition like that. It was kind of funny.
Oh, I got some bets loaded up.
Oh, yeah, I know you do. And I'm ready to get that money popping off as well. You know what, man? Bump that, man. You know what?
We can go back to the Supers.
Nah, let's go back to the Supers, bro.
I'm
over here bluffing, man. Let's go to the Super, bro.
Let's go, UW. He says, Big Ben Favre.
Ooh. We saw Favre this weekend. I mean, we saw him.
He was there, right?
He was there. They were honoring
He was up in a suite.
Which Super Bowl champion was that? 96? No. 98.
Oh, were they honoring?
Yeah, because that was Green Bay beating New England. Desmond Howard was there. Yeah, Desmond Howard. Favre,
yeah, one of them they beat New England.
Yeah.
Another one they lost to Denver, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that had to be the one. When I say was New England, that was 98 season? I want to say it was like 98, 97, 98.
If I had to bet, I think the Packers New England was before the 98 one.
Okay.
Maybe like 95, 96.
Gosh.
If I had to bet.
Okay.
I could be wrong, though. I mean, they're around the same time. They had a good run in that time period.
I could dig that, man. I could dig it. Two things, though. pull up that injury. See if we got that practice report from today just yet.
Oh, is it up?
Yeah, it might be up. And look for both teams as well, man. Might be able to go ESPN. They might have it up there.
Sometimes the Steelers website has them both up, but they'll be
I would say check that
probably
out,
a little bit later on the Broncos.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here's something.
Yeah.
Wow. This is dropped 33 seconds ago.
Yeah, because I saw people putting it in. It was like,
Ben Roethlisberger, full practice.
There we go.
James Washington groin, limited practice. Chase Claypool, limited practice still.
Where did this groin come from, bro?
Juju, full practice.
There we go.
Cam Sutton did not practice.
Jeez, come on.
Whoa.
What you see?
Who's giving you information?
What you see, though? What you see?
Ready?
Go for it.
Cam Sutton did not practice.
No, I'm with you on that. Okay.
Kevin Dotson, full practice.
Okay. All right.
Bro,
man. That's a heck of a flip-flop. All right. We're going to see. I like it, though. I hope that is the case then, man. Wow. I definitely hope that is the case. We need Dotson more than we need Sutton right now.
Cam Hayward, full practice.
There we go.
Shark Howard did not practice. He was limited practice yesterday.
You're right. And what are we looking at? Trey Turner.
Chooks is still good, full practice. Okay. Trey Turner, like we
illness, right?
we thought yesterday, he's fine, full practice.
Good.
Carlos Davis, he's out.
Okay. Dude, no, that's awesome on the Dotson front then, man. If he's full like that, let's go then. Let's go. Heck yeah, man.
That is surprising to say the least, huh?
Man, I hope it's like that then, man. Yes, we need that.
Well, if we got Dotson, good news just from this practice report, and then what you said with Cam Sutton, that he actually might still play, even though there's DNPs. Mm-hmm. We'll see how he looks on Friday. Yeah. That's good. I mean, Cam Sutton, probably worst case, he misses this week. He'll be back the next week.
Yeah, but I think with the Cam Sutton, though, more so, like you said, with Butts talking about him, giving him a little more time. You got time with him. Dotson, though, that's really good about Dotson. But that's what he said. He said, man, hey, that's what it look like. We're going to find out today. That's good.
That's awesome.
I need him back out there tomorrow, baby. Let's go. Heck yeah. Now, I don't like the James Washington news, though.
I mean,
like, bro, what is that about?
It's a growing, too. I mean,
I don't like, dude, our growing situation. Who's the growing, dude? What are we doing with our groins right now? Is that a Pittsburgh thing?
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I actually have no clue.
Man, I don't get this, bro. I don't get the groins.
Yeah, because they're not talking about that on national media for us to compare our team versus other teams' injuries and stuff.
We got a ton of groins right now.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
Sheesh.
But the other good news is no TJ Highsmith on this report at all.
Got to keep that rolling.
Yeah, no Joe Hayden or even like Devin Bush. Yep. They sustained some injuries earlier in the season, but yeah, that's good.
And Ben, he was full participant, you said, correct?
Full practice.
Good. No hip then. Let's go. Let's go. Man, the sooner we all get back healthy, the better. Let's get it. All righty. So we were at Derek Murray. Well, you read that one.
Sure. Yeah. Tuning in from Mesa, Arizona. Wanted to use my milestone to say how great this show and Deke's love for 7. We never want to see our favorite player hang it up. Yeah, that's all. Respect that, I'm supporting my guy.
I like that, man. And shout out to the support as well, man.
And it goes back to what we were saying earlier. I don't think he's Peyton Manning or Brett Favre on like those levels. So it's like, bro, from what I saw in that game,
you might clear because they're gonna hear that and it sounds like you were saying that Ben isn't like on the skill level of them. Just clarify what you were saying.
No, their last season.
Thank you.
Right, their last season.
That's all I was saying. That's why. And I got you, bro. What'd I say? I got you, bro. I got you.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good debate you could have in bars.
Because they was going to try to get you
Ben versus Peyton Manning.
They was going to try
Ben versus Favre. I think I could take some people in a debate on that one in the bar.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. No, because I don't see Ben being on those levels. I still think it's just some of these little things from these last 2 or 3 games. All of a sudden this week, he hits that Juju pass. We even go back to like the Raiders game, Bengals games. Mm-hmm. Things go a little bit differently. Like his stat lines are looking pretty damn good, and I think we're more in the game than what we were. So that's what I'm referring to. It's just like I think people are jumping the gun way too quick on this stuff. Whereas like it could be a little thing here or there, and Ben's going off this Denver game, and we go on a little bit run here. We're 3-3 by the bye week, and we're trying to get the playoffs. So that's what I'm saying. That's what we need then, man. So yeah, I'm gonna support my guy to a default. I'm not gonna be the one to make that decision for him to hang it up, whatever. I'll react to it if it does happen, and I'm not gonna be thrilled.
We'll all react, man. We'll all react.
I won't be thrilled. I'm not gonna be the guy.
You'll
to say
be thrilled if he's coming off of a Super Bowl and a Super Bowl MVP.
What do you mean? For him to hang it up?
Yeah, and he announces it on the show live to you. You would love that. Yeah.
I mean,
You
if
would
that's
love
the
that.
case, I would feel like he's probably got another year or two then, though. If we're coming off a Super Bowl MVP.
But he
it's
say he want to leave early.
That's the thing. Yeah, he's a human. I mean, he's got to live his life. If he wants to golf a little bit more, hang with the fam, that's his prerogative.
Hang with the fam? No, he's hanging with you, bro.
He should be allowed to. I live a boring life, dude.
He gonna retire. Y'all just gonna play catch every single day. Like, Deke, you ready?
I'll throw on an AB jersey.
You are wild.
I'll throw on an AB jersey.
I'll
just run
pull it
some
with.
routes.
I'll have the L Bell on, man. That did not record off.
I mean, that would be a pretty cool little skit.
It would be.
That'd be hilarious.
It would. Oh man. All right. Let's see. We also had Young Papi Bonito. Young Papi Bonito says, shout out to Zach Gentry and the rest of the Michigan men in Pittsburgh. Shout out. All right. Hey, man.
Must be from Michigan.
Go blue. That's what they say. Go blue. All right. And we also had a new upper room member as well. I believe this is 8-5 PJM. Well, shout out to 8-5 PJM, and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. And I have seen people bringing up the fact that the lights continue to be a little bit lighter. That's what they said, man.
Huh?
So people have been bringing about the likes. They're like, yo, man, 300 to 100 likes, man. We don't like the ratio in here.
That's not good. I didn't like it.
It's not good ratio.
I didn't like it.
Usually you like it, and that's what gets the likes flowing. Usually when you like
Yeah.
it, because that's what you're supposed to do is YouTube. And we know YouTube algorithm. They're like, hey, you gotta like the show. Like it. So to make sure that everybody's getting notified and everybody's getting this content, make sure y'all hit that like button one time, maybe 2 times, maybe 3 times if you're feeling good about yourself. But yeah, definitely ding that up. But are you ready to get to the final portion of today's show, man?
Sure.
Where we talk about stacking some paper?
Sure.
Because we got to make a little money this week.
Yeah, I'm
we
ready.
got to hit, bro. We got to hit something. Got to make a little paper. All righty.
Let me pull up DraftKings.
Oh, here we go now. Stack your paper time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm always excited when we get to stack our paper as well. And you know, I always like to present some options to you. I'm a man of the people. But I'm more so a man that believes. And sometimes I know that we got these matchups where you just got to believe. And I think both of us have talked about how we believe that this is the week. This week for the Steelers to get it done. Bounce back game. Everything's pointing in that direction as well, which we like a lot. But presenting just simple facts to you. Steelers money line, right? Which simply means the Steelers to win, because right now the spread is at 1, which is extremely small. I'm used to it being at 3 in the NFL, but they think this is a close game right here. So we don't want to do Steelers -1, +1. That's too close. It really doesn't hurt you. I mean, it's not going to help you, right? But Steelers money line, they got them right now favorite, -115. So a slight favorite in this game. But with that being said, a $20 bet will win you $37. All right. Now, obviously, you can scale that how you want to scale it by putting in the numbers. But if you think the Steelers can get the job done this weekend, and I think me and Deke obviously have both said we think they can get that done, that would be something that you can look into right there in terms of the Steelers money line. Then we had to get a little excited, a little exotic as well, because I know when I was checking this, they did not even have player props up. And I was highly upset about that because I'm a player prop guy. You know me, Deke. But with that being said, let's get these props going.
Yeah.
Total team touchdowns this week, because last week we did just total touchdowns for the offense, right? Couldn't score on defense, just offense only. This week, total team touchdowns. The over or under for the Pittsburgh Steelers is set at 2.5. So essentially 3 total touchdowns. Now, why is that funny? Because last week I came in and I was like, yo, they got you over under at 1.5. You hit your 2 tutties, you gonna hit. What did they do last week? They hit the 2 tutties, they hit. So now you got to ask yourself, do you think they can get 3 tutties? It's funny how that works, right? They move the number up when we score more. They drop Najee's number down in terms of rushing yards. Make it make sense. But in terms of total team touchdowns, over 2.5 touchdowns. So essentially the Steelers to score 3 touchdowns total. It could be offense, defense, special team, doesn't matter. Just need 3. Plus 145 on the odds. So a $20 bet will win you $49. Or if you wanted to add 50 cents, then it becomes $50 even. But now you might be a little skeptic. You might be saying, man, well, hold on, Moats. I mean, they only scored 2 touchdowns last week and they barely got that. What if I think they're going to score under 3 touchdowns? Well, now that's the beauty of DraftKings Sportsbook, baby, because they got total team tutters. The touchdowns under 2.5. So that means less than 3 touchdowns for the Steelers. minus 190 on the odds. $20 bet. When you that smooth $30 on that thing right there, man. So that's where I'm at right now, man. But I'm gonna pause, let you get some action in this thing, man. What you feeling over there, man? How you seeing this thing?
Well, yeah, definitely.
And are we parlaying tonight? I know you was a parlay guy last week, man. I didn't know if it was parlay.
No. Well, yeah, obviously I'm thinking either Steelers money line, Steelers spread, whatever it is. Just take the Steelers getting this dub.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I'm going to put on it. Probably around 20 or 30.
I like the 20.
Well, because here's what happened. I was going to do the Pittsburgh money line up in Green Bay. And I'm about to do it before the game because I tried doing the parlay with Jacksonville and the Steelers, and that flopped after Thursday night. So I'm like, all right, I'll just do Steelers money line when the game comes around. I couldn't bet up in Wisconsin. So I have an extra.
It had to be a PA.
That money that I didn't lose right there, so I'm just going to put it on the Steelers this week.
Yeah.
Blessing in disguise.
It's a nice way to put it.
Yeah. But, I like doing these Thursday night games.
I know you do. It's a good one tonight, too, man.
It is.
Seahawks, Rams. Who you taking, by the way? Or you about to get to that? You probably about to get to that.
I got a QB prop, but I might.
Oh, yeah, QB.
I might as well tell you who I got, too.
Yeah, I just want to know who you had, man, tonight.
This one points in all directions for the Seahawks.
Okay.
At home. Weird Thursday night game.
Yeah.
I know everyone's shitting on their defense, and rightfully so, but still Russell Wilson. Like, he lives for this type of shit. Like, underdog. Everyone's writing them out in the NFC West because of the Cardinals and the Rams. Thursday night games are weird, so that's what I'm chalking it up to. Okay. There isn't like some heavy analysis on this one, but I'm going to take the Seahawks. But also, if I'm saying I'm taking the Seahawks, I'm thinking Matt Stafford has a little bit of a rough time up in, what do they call that field now?
SoFi. No.
No, that's LA.
Lincoln fight. It's not. Oh,
that's the Eagles.
It's something Link. No, it's something Link. It's like
Quest Field?
No, it's like something Link Field. I could have sworn.
We'll just say up in Seattle's home field. He's gonna have some trouble against the 12th man. The over/under for his passing yards.
Oh, they just switched it. It's Lumen Field now.
Lumen Field.
Yeah, they just switched it over. That's what it was. Okay.
So the over/under for his passing yards.
Yeah, because it used to be called Century Link Field. That's what it was. Yep.
Over/under on the passing yards. 301.5, and it's even on both. It's minus 115 whether you take over or under.
I like this. I see where you're going.
He's hit over 300 2 games this year, so 2 out of 4. I just think, considering the factors that are all at play here, people are counting out the Seahawks in the NFC West. Thursday night game, Seahawks at home. Yeah. Everyone wants to crown the Rams and Stafford, all new thing. Let's see. This is one of those games, and I'm gonna bet the under on Matt Stafford on those yards.
And I do see a lot of people actually like getting money on that game. I'm looking in the chat. They're like, "Yo, I like Seattle tonight. I got this."
Are they picking the same thing?
Yeah. Well, Ryan Allen says he's got Stafford under 0.5 picks as well. So I was like, okay, all right. So that means he ain't gonna throw a pick. That's what that sound like. Yeah,
I could see it multiple ways, but. Just based off what I know in the NFL, something about Thursday night game, Seahawks at home, Russell Wilson, they're going up against the Rams, who are a hype team. I've seen it too many times with like the 49ers even. Yeah. Like recent history, maybe even 2 years ago. They went up to Seattle. They were the better team throughout the whole season. Yeah. Somehow Russell Wilson pulled it out. I could see it happening in this one. So that's what I'm doing. I'm picking the Seahawks to win. Matt Stafford under on those passing yards.
Okay. I like that.
Don't have to parlay it or anything, but that's what I might just put a little bit on both of them just to have some stake in tonight's game. Because that was fun whenever I did the Jacksonville parlay. I was actually able to watch Thursday.
You want to watch it.
And you know what, too? We're playing Seattle next week, so I'll get a nice little scouting report.
And how are your fingers after watching that Jags and Bengals game? You don't smell like poop, do you? You good? Where's your thumbs at? Because I ain't see you Friday. Now that I think, I saw you Saturday. I don't know what you did after the game. Man, what you do after the game, man?
Hey, what are you talking about?
Because they said that's when Urban Meyer was, having a little fun. Yeah, that was right after that game.
You thought I was hanging with him?
You put the money on it. You was over here giving us Urban Meyer, so I just figured that maybe you had a little, you wanted to color your thumbnail.
Man, they did have that game, though. They did.
Man, the only thing they had, Urban, was I don't know. I like that sometimes. Yeah.
So those are my 3. I'll do the Thursday night one with Seattle. I can't even find these odds right now. They're -2, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, should be.
No, I'm sorry, +2. Yeah. They're the underdog. They're the underdog. That's all I was trying to say. They're +2, -110. I might just do money line then. I could see it being a close one. Money line's plus 115. So I'm debating on the spread or money line with Seattle, but I'm also doing the Matt Stafford under on the passing yards. I could see it being a slow start. He might heat up in the second half, but to get to that 300, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be too close of a game. I think
300 is a lot of yards. He gonna.
He might. I could see it because he lit it up the first 3 weeks.
I can see it going both ways. I can see it being like how you're saying. I could also see it like, what was that Rams? I forgot who they played when it was like Rams. Remember when they just kept scoring each other? I could also see something like that. Yeah,
sure. Or Russ.
Because Russ is going to do what he did.
Rams defense, though, they made him look foolish last year in the playoffs.
I know.
Because his passing yard total was like 260.
Rams are coming off of a very, very unimpressive performance against the Cardinals. Now, I don't think it's necessarily a knock on the Rams. I think it's more so a shout out to the Cardinals, but they are coming off of a pretty bad one.
Yeah, I could see it going either way, but if I'm putting my trust in something, I'm going to say Russell Wilson, and I'll say Seahawks at home on a weird Thursday night. Yeah,
I like it. All right. So my final two for your stacking your paper segment. We got to stack your paper. Broncos. Got to talk Denver Broncos. Total team points. Under 19.5. So essentially, they cannot score 20 points in this game.
That's on both your predictions, too.
And that's 100% on both mine. And I know Teddy Bridgewater, they looking like he's going to be out there playing this weekend. I get that. I just don't think they're going to get 20 on us. Okay? So if you share that same energy, Broncos total team points under 19.5. So less than 20 points this game. It's minus 105 for the odds. So essentially a $20 bet will win you $39. If you want to add your cents in there, then it becomes $40. But either way, I like that one a lot personally because I just don't think, regardless of which one of those guys are a quarterback, they're going to be able to score like that on our defense right now. Especially seeing that TJ and Highsmith are not on that injury report and are healthy. Let's go.
Yeah, got to make up for last week.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, you're right. Teddy Bridgewater's at practice.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right, and then the last one. Now, this last stack your paper that I have for y'all is for my degens out there, my degenerates, my janky guys, the guys who happen to be like me. All right. We were talking field goal kickers yesterday, right?
Okay.
We were talking Boz, McManus.
Right.
McManus got the 58-yarder. Boz dropped from 56. We said 56 in Pittsburgh is equivalent of 58 in Denver. So they're pretty much what? Longest field goal made in the game.
Okay.
I have Steelers. You can go Steelers or you can go Broncos. Odds are the exact same, plus 100. Steelers,
even
though.
Money.
Steelers that have the longest field goal made, plus 100. So a $20 bet will win you a 40 burger right there. All right. So just think about that, right? We know what Boz can do. Boz didn't hit from 56. He just hit 52 on the road in Green Bay. Bruh. That's all I'm saying. We already said it ourselves with McManus. He hasn't really been tested this season, right? In terms of, I think as long as 47. So we know Hines is different. I like my dog Boz. And we also know that we happen to struggle a little bit to get it in the end zone all the time. So I do think we will get our kicks on. And my man Boss, he's got to drop one. He's going to drop one. But I like that a lot, though, right there. So Steelers' longest field goal made. Yes. Excuse me.
Is that all we got for stack of paper?
That is, man, which was a good little vibe right there, man. I like when we stack our paper like that. We stacked it nice and neat today.
Yeah, I'm excited for this Thursday night game.
Heck yeah, man.
Excited for Sunday, too. Just the weekend in general. Might go golfing. We'll see.
Dang. All right. Live your best life then, man.
Yeah.
Man, what do I got this weekend? Oh, I'm back on the circuit this weekend. High school football time, baby. Yeah, I will be at, what's the high school game tomorrow? I think it's Mount Lebanon versus.
Oh, you're emceeing it?
Well, they do the showcase games, right? The Steelers that have, the camera crew and stuff out there. Well, now that my busy September is over, I'm available. So for these next.
Oh, it's still busy then, is what you mean? You're just replacing it.
Yeah. But it's not as because I don't have to travel. Usually I'm flying out on Fridays. Right. So now I don't have to travel on Fridays. So I'll be hosting these, high school football showcase games, which is exciting, man. So like I said, this week is Mount Lebo. I believe they're playing Upper St. Clair at Mount Lebo though. But they were the game that was voted. And literally every week they, you can vote for which game you want to show up to, but that's the one they want me at. So that's where I'll be at tomorrow, man. hopefully it's not too many shenanigans. You know, like their shenanigans can't be like when we're tailgating shenanigans, because you got to be 21 and older to participate in those shenanigans. But it's gonna be a fun vibe though. I'm excited though. Okay. I'm excited, man.
Dope.
So yeah,
and
bro.
you got JMU on Saturday. They playing at all?
They are playing. I have to look to see who they're playing this week. I've totally blanked on them right now. I know they had won a tough one last week in New Hampshire. That was good to see them get that dub, man. Coming off of the bye, man. That was a good one for us. We needed that.
Yeah, I'll be checking out Pitt, man.
Yeah. Absolutely,
it's a
man.
Big game. They got to keep it going.
So yeah, man. I'm trying to think. Let's go check through. Oh, we got Villanova this weekend. That's gonna be a good one. That's okay. That's what Jimmy has. I like that. It'll be a good one though. So anywho, man, let's see what we got looking like in this chat, man.
I think we got one more super chat. I could be wrong on this. Let's go, UW. Is that it?
I believe that's all I'm seeing on your end. You want to read that one?
I'll read it.
I'll take a sip of this.
Juju for Walter Payton Man of the Year. Book it. This is based off the Giant Eagle tweet. Paid for someone's groceries. I'm sure he does a lot of other stuff. Who should be our nominee?
I'm not against Juju. I think he would be a great person, though. Honestly, I mean, I know he gets, or people try to put the whole, man, he does it for the camera and stuff like that.
I don't think he does, actually.
I knowing him personally, he does not, bro. This is the thing. He's young. I mean, social media is his era. This is the generation. And if you don't record, if you don't post about it, then how do people know? How do you raise awareness? That's something that I've always struggled with as well.
Well, and I think also
stuff, man.
He just likes the camera.
But that's what I'm saying, though, because typically with nonprofit, it's like, oh, man, you're not supposed to brag. You're not supposed to show. You're not supposed to talk. You're supposed to just do it. And I get that. But at the same time, because like I said, I've personally dealt with this a lot. When you have this platform, you do need to let people know what you're doing at times in terms of, hey, I am going to support this charity. I am going to do a good deed. I am going to do this, because for all of our fans out there, it can inspire them. And if you inspire that one fan to go out there and say, you know what, I'm going to pay it for it in the next drive through I go through. I'm going to pay for the person behind me's meal. That's the things that as athletes we're allowed to do by having this platform. But the gift and the curse is, when people might not be a fan of you because of whatever may be, right? Oh, you play for the wrong team, or you celebrate too much, or whatever it is. Well, they're going to look for whatever reason to have an issue. So as soon as a report is out there that he did something good, is, oh man, he did it on purpose. Oh, he did it so he could get talked about. And even if he did, who cares? It's still a good deed. That's always been my approach with it though, man. But yeah, like genuinely, Juju does have a good heart. Like when he's doing this stuff, man, he genuinely wants to be there doing it, man.
I believe it too.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe he'll be our nominee. Yeah. Who got it? Vance McDonald got one recently, right?
Yeah, Vance won one. Cam has won one.
You were two, right?
Yeah, I won one here and then one in Buffalo. Trying to think who else has won one recently down here. Yeah, I think Vance.
You won one for the NFL, or was it just the team?
Nah, just the team.
Okay.
I lost the year Greg Olsen won when I was in Pittsburgh, and then I believe it was Eli.
Oh,
I think it was Eli when I won it in Buffalo, and that's what I lost to then.
What?
It was either him or Thomas Day. But but this is the thing though, because I remember laughing. I was like, at the time I didn't realize like just how different money wise, right? Because in Buffalo we didn't really have like big like high paid guys. Like Mario came, but Mario was different because it was like down the line. So like me doing my contributions and the money that I spent, I thought it was a lot, and it was a lot. But then when you hear like the money that like Eli and those guys are spending, you're like, oh, it's a lot bigger. And then I realized that when I came to Pittsburgh, and I was like, okay, you know what? I could do a lot more now because I have even more resources. So that was the only thing. So I was like, I ain't gonna knock my man Eli. Eli got long paper, baby. Long paper.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So I think that is everything. I see a Cohen Walker in terms of the Alex Highsmith updates. We talked about that. He is available, man. He practiced. Yeah. He was a full participant this week in terms of today as well. So yeah, it's looking good so far for him, man. We'll obviously see what he looks like tomorrow, but yeah, everything is pointing that he will be good to go this weekend. So yeah, man, with that being said, bro, I don't think we got anything left. We did score predictions. We stacked our paper. We talked to the homie Zach Gentry. Shout out to him for that. So yeah, with that being said, player, It's been real.
Yeah.
Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe for all our galaxy travelers out there that might be researching going to Mars a couple of times. Enjoy yourself, but stay safe, please. And as always, until next time, baby.
Peace.